What's up, fam? It's your boy Taku. Recently I went to my boy's house and watched AKIRA.
NANI?
I know some of you guys are probably wondering,
shit, why Taku actually have friends in real life? I thought he's just a fucking weeb who spent all of his time watching fucking anime.
Unfortunately, that's right. But some of my friends are weeps, so we are all Gucci. Back to the main topic. We saw the anime AKIRA in dub for the first time. I know some of your haters will be like,
hell, why Taku? You're watching dub AKIRA. Real anime fan wouldn't do that, so you're a fake anime fan. Dislike, unsub, and drink my haterade.
relax fam. It was my friend's idea and I couldn't really say no. And now I'm gonna tell you my honest 100% biased opinion on how I felt about this classic anime movie. And is it actually good, or is it just hyped up by all of these hippie anime fans? Now hit the intro fam. AKIRA is released in 1988, damn a long time ago. It was based on a 2,000-page manga adaptation of Katsuhiro Otomo's work, and it was regarded as one of the best anime movies for mature audience. The name AKIRA has several kanji explanations, and the most popular one is this, which is the combination of two other kanji, sun and moon, which conveys the message that light is coming from the sun, and there are other explanations like wisdom and truth, and we can see how that links to the movie later on this video. Now, with all the basic information out of the way, let's move on with the actual video. The movie begins with a huge explosion destroying stupid amount of buildings and lives, and perhaps that is a reference to the terrific bombing in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Moving on. People have reconstructed Tokyo and named this capital as Neo Tokyo, aka New Tokyo in 2019. She is this year. Hopefully nothing bad will happen. And the movie presents to us a dystopian society, aka the opposite of utopia, aka according to Wikipedia, not a good place to live. And the movie paints us a really grim picture of life post World War III. Really early on we've seen like this, and this. So we can see that New Tokyo is not that good of a place to live, especially with all of these chaotic elements like public rebellion, rape, religion, and street gang known as the clown. No, I mean actual fucking clown. I swear this fucker just made a comeback last year. I ain't having them in 2019. These shitty clowns are coming back again. Moving on. We saw a man got shot while protecting a child. Is that you, Piccolo? Send me 7 Dragon Ball please so I can meet my wife. Wait, I mean, can you grant me wishes to pass the uni exam this year please? Then the weird looking child ran away and encountered one of our main protagonists, aka Tetsuo. Is he dead already, like dead ass dead, and begin his isekai journey? Nah, he's all Gucci. Then some military helicopter came and took Tetsuo away from Hanada's squad, aka the other main protagonist, and that opens the curtain for the beginning of AKIRA. Fun fact, the budget of AKIRA is 1 billion yen, aka $9 million, which is the most expensive movie at that time. And you're probably wondering,
Why Taku? Why the f*** they spend that much money on an animated movie when anime is not even that popular?
Well, I think the explanation is anime is getting more popular, and it was during the 1980s, which is the golden age of anime, and finally Japan was having an economic boom in the 1980s, as you can see in the Nikkei 225 index before the bubble popped in the 1990s. So they have more than enough money and opportunity to spend on AKIRA. Moving on. We got introduced a range of different side characters in the movie like this, and this. And guess what? By the end of the movie, I reflected back and I was like, who the fuck are you again? Is this some Game of Thrones bull again? A lot of the side character barely got any screen time, but that's probably due to the limited amount of time the movie have. It felt almost like,
He's a new character, yeah!
and now,
Off, mate.
we also saw a lot of contrast throughout the movie, like comedy with violence, mockery of education with student, and gangster with JK. Bad boys being pulling bitches since 1988. Damn, cuz I kinda wish I should become more of a gangster in high school, but nah, being gangster is effort. Being a fucking weed is more comfortable. And all of these contrasts creates a sense of confusion and uncertainty right in the movie, almost as people are confused and lost after the war. But that didn't stop our main protagonist Haneda from chasing after chicks, even though his street gang has lost their vehicle and his boy Tetsuo was gone. And that is what I call a typical
Hobby for bro.
The girl Haneda chased after is called Kate, who is part of this anti-government organization, and Haneda somehow got caught by the organization and found out that they need Tetsuo. Side note, we got introduced with a few side plot throughout the movie, including political power struggle, where everyone disagrees with each other in the parliament, hence no uniform decision can be reached, and so is action, and that felt like a mockery to the democracy. Then we got hit with a mad scene where Tetsuo encounters a nightmare where you can see a crazy looking teddy bear, Lego blocks, milk controlled by 3 kids that have psychic power. And looking back, it's damn obvious why such imagery occur. Children loves to play with teddy bear, building walls with Lego, and they hate milk, so they spit that motherfucker out, and they are scared of blood, hence they run away after they saw Tetsuo's bleeding feet. Moving on, Tetsuo discovered his psychic power and gave us a badass scenes where he did this. Then we found out the existence of AKIRA. Side plot, we saw one of the dirty politicians try to run away and his horrible ending. Otomo, you really don't like democracy and politicians, don't you? I mean, David Cameron did pretty decent during his prime minister run, and he only did a few weird things in his life, like fuck the pig during his Oxford day.
Wait, what?
On his path to Olympic Stadium, Tetsuo's power is getting stronger and stronger, and he has absolutely destroyed and obliterated anything in front of him, including the best army force in Neo Tokyo. Finally, we saw the epic showdown between once close friend and now rival, Naruto and Sasuke. No, wrong anime, get the fuck out of here, we saw you guys doing this shit long enough already. We saw the epic showdown between Tetsuo and Haneda, and that was pretty good. Then Tetsuo's power got out of hand and his body kept expanding and growing out of control, almost like a malignant tumor, aka uncontrollable cell division cancer. Then a mad thing happens, and I'm not gonna spoil it, so you guys can go and check it out. Up next, we saw a flashing black and white light radiating from the center of Neo Tokyo Olympic Stadium, engulfing everything and anything, and then suddenly it contracts and shrinks inward towards the initial beginning. Almost felt like a representation of the Big Bang Theory. A small initial point explode and create a universe that one day will return to its original point. It was a really nice movie. It was rare. It was not the movie and the anime that I'm used to watching. Maybe I have been spoiled with the recent mass production of basic shonen anime, tasteless ecchi anime, and degenerate moe anime. Reflecting back, AKIRA have tackled a huge amount of topics like political struggle, civil war, dystopia, and the beginning of life, and that a 2-hour movie could not simply cover all of them in depth. And that's why some people prefer the manga adaptation, where they have 6 volumes to cover all the elements, like the video Super Eye Patch Wolf have made. And shout out to Super Eye Patch Wolf, his anime video, bang! But there's a lot of elements that I really enjoy while watching AKIRA, like the BGM, it freaking bangs fam. It was hella weird in the beginning, but the more you listen to it, the better it gets, and it suits the vibes of the video really nicely. The animation was extremely good, especially at 1988. They have used 24 frames per second, and the detail is stupidly precise and accurate like this, where you can see the mechanical vein popping into the stone chair, zigzagging down towards the ground, mimicking the pathway of a typical vein, the explosion of a bolt popping out of the mechanical hand, and the little wires and debris falling off adds extra accuracy to the scene and make it seem more realistic. I really enjoyed the character development in AKIRA, where you can see the transformation of Tetsuo throughout the movie, where he went from a weak little kid getting bullied to a rough teenage gangster who tried to prove himself, to a powerful sidekick overcoming his role model, to finally an uncontrollable powerful existence that seek for help. The character development and power struggle was hella good. It kinda remind me some wise word from a wise man. Great power comes great responsibility.
God damn it, we saw enough Spider-Man from Spider-Man into Spider-Verse already.
The ending was really nice as well, where we saw the sunlight scattering down at the devastated New Tokyo, symbolizing future and hope, and we end with Haneda smiling with light on his hand, painting an optimistic image of Otomo's outlook on the future. A future filled with struggle, violence and corruption, but we still have faith and hope as our new generation persevere through the struggle, keep picking themselves up every time they have fallen, and keep fighting for their future. Maybe one day we might be able to be like Haneda, right to the next destination, to a brighter future. And that's my take on AKIRA. It was nice. It might be like a wine, the longer you taste it, the better it tastes, and that's the work of Katsuhiro Otomo, and will for sure to be remembered as a classic, a pioneer of Japanese anime worldwide, and a phenomenon in the movie history. Or I might just be tripping. Comment below on what anime I should watch next time. Like, comment and subscribe, because that's going to help me out a lot as a content creator and help us grow together in this journey to become the best anime YouTuber we could be. And have a nice day. I'm out. Peace!